Hey, good people. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you tune into this video. Welcome to Testimony Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I am happy to be here with you all today. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope and pray that your day has been going well so far. And I hope and pray that your spirit is filled with love and positivity and gratitude and just happy to be alive today. So, here we are. Hey, real quick, I want to make, as would like to call them, a public service announcement. So, just having a moment of transparency with you all. I have been really working on myself consciously and intentionally working on myself to strive to be a better version of me. I've been on this healing journey for several years now, and it hasn't been easy, to say the least. It has not. And I have been learning to extend myself grace, to extend myself compassion and love, and also patience. I do have an understanding that, along this journey and along my healing process, that there will be times where I will be tested. Something that I always preach to baby girl, I tell her, you always want to strive to be in control of your emotions. Do not allow other people to control your emotions or to control you, for that matter. And so those of you who know, that is not an easy task always. Some days I'm great at, being in control of my emotions and not letting things outside of me trigger me or bother me. And then there's other days or moments where I fall a little short with that, or I struggle with having that total control over my emotions, and I may react, or I may be triggered by something that someone says or does, and so I may just respond to that. Also, I want to put that out there, along with me being on my healing journey and striving to make, healthier lifestyle changes for myself. In recent years, I've become a holistic and wellness practitioner, and for those of you or don't know, I do offer sound therapy or sound healing, along with other healing modalities. And sometimes people think that because you are, or you wear that title, that you're perfect, or you're walking this perfect walk, or you are exempt from losing your cool sometimes. And that is just not the case. Let's just be honest. I am not a robot. I am a human being, a spiritual being having a human experience. And so with that, as I stated previously, that some days I'm good at being in control of myself, and some days, or I have some moments where I fall a little short, or I lose a little bit of that control, but the goal is to always strive to have that control over my emotions and my thoughts and my feelings and just my whole being at all times. That is the ultimate goal, daily goal, that I strive to do. And so with that being said, we have to, and I know I spoke about this in previous videos, and I may sound redundant to some, but we have to really make a conscious effort to watch how we interact with people, including myself. That goes for me. I'm not just, like I say, I'm not just here sitting in front of this camera talking to you all. A lot of this information, I strive to apply that to myself. I do apply it to my life. And so, you know, myself as well as others, we have to be careful when we're interacting with each other. You know, everyone at this point, even children, but at this stage in the game, I'm in my 40s, everyone has experienced some level of trauma, if not multiple levels of trauma, okay? And like I said before, I'm making a conscious effort to work on myself and to heal certain traumas that has transpired in my life, okay? But by no means am I perfect at all. I'm not a robot. You know, I don't just walk around all day happy-go-lucky. You know, I do have my moments where I struggle emotionally, or even spiritually. I may have some doubts or things like that. But like I say, my intentions is always to vibrate high, to raise my frequency and my vibration. But we all have moments when you're out there and in that environment and surrounding yourself with different elements that's out there. Your vibration, your frequency is going to fluctuate. So is mine. And so that's something that we have to consciously work on and put forth an effort to control and be aware of our energy and be mindful of our energy and how we are exchanging that energy with other people. You know, one thing with me, I am big on respect. If we are conversing with each other and, you know, I extend that courtesy and that respect to listen to you, I expect that in return. If I'm speaking to you in a calm manner, I expect for you to speak to me in a calm manner. If you holler at me, and depending on the day, whatever you may say might trigger me, and so you may get a different reaction or a different response from me. And it may not be the calm response that maybe on, you know, any other day you may get from me. And so again, I'm not perfect, but I am woman enough to admit when I am wrong or when I've acted out of character. And I am willing to apologize or make amends with whomever I had that interaction with. But again, we have to be mindful. You know, my husband, he always said that, you know, you have to watch your conduct when you're dealing with people and, you know, choose your words wisely. And, you know, I've heard that from my elders too. But again, if I'm extending that courtesy to you, I expect that in return. And if that can't be given, then either I'm going to remove myself from that situation or those people, or like I say, depending on the day, you may get a different response from me, and it may not be positive. It may not be high vibrational, even though I like to, like I say, always strive to be high vibrational and keep my energy and my frequency high. It really just depends, because again, like I say, I'm a spiritual being having this human experience, as we all are, even if you acknowledge that or whether you acknowledge that or not. So I just wanted to put that out there. Please be mindful, you know, when you're interacting with me and other people. You know, if you don't like for people to raise their voice at you, don't raise your voice at them. If you don't like for people to cut you off and be dismissive or curse at you, then don't do it to them. That's all I ask. It's just a fair exchange. And if you feel like you can't do that, then we probably don't need to have an exchange at all. And, you know, some people may feel like that's coming off cold or callous for me. I don't care what title you wear, whether it be family member, a friend, a business associate, a client, whomever. If you cannot extend that same courtesy, that compassion, and that respect when you're speaking to me, then you probably should not have an exchange with me. And that's just the way that is with me. You know, I'm all about being fair, and I'm very loving, and those who really know me, and I'm talking about really know me personally, you know that I have a big heart. I'm very open. You know, I love family. I have a love for family, but I don't tolerate bullshit or negativity from anyone, no matter if it is family or not. I try to be a very peaceful, I am a peaceful person. You know, that's just in my nature. But again, don't poke the bear. If the bear is not bothering you and the bear is being peaceful and minding its business, then don't poke the bear, because you might get a response that, you know, it's just not what you was looking for. So, with that being said, I want to move forward in this process. And excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of water, because my mouth is a little dry. But moving on with Testimony Tuesday, like I say, a lot of you tune in because you want, you know, I want to share or have that positive exchange with you always. But we, you know, like I say, I just have those moments of transparency where, you know, life be lifing, and you know, life is happening for me too. So, you know, there is going to be some moments where, you know, I'm going to be tested, you know, along this journey. I am going to be tested. Just as you all are, you know, all of us are going to be tested at some point of our life, just to see, you know, how far you come in your journey, or how much or how hard you are working on yourself, you know. So like I say, that's a daily goal of mine. Not to sound redundant, I am a work in progress daily, all day, every day. And some days I fall short, and that's okay, because we all do, you know. And I do have that understanding, and I can extend that understanding and that grace towards other people. But sometimes, like I say, depending on the day, you don't know what I've been through. So again, we all just have to be mindful when we're interacting with each other, you know. So just keep that in your hat, keep that in mind, and just be aware, consciously aware of your energy, you know, because when you are aware of your energy, then you can pick up on other people's energy. Your antenna is sharp and up, and you can pick up on other frequencies and other energies. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then you have the right to remove yourself from that situation or that environment, and keep it moving and keep vibing high. And you also have the right to protect your energy at all costs, even if that's cutting off, or as I call it, a shedding of certain things or certain habits or certain addictions or certain people, removing that from your life, because all you have is this one vessel. You know, you have to protect it, you have to nurture it, you have to take care of it. And you don't have to explain to anybody. You know, there comes a point in your life when you are just simply okay with you. And, you know, when you're okay with you, you don't do a whole lot of explaining to folks. You know, what's understood don't need to be stated, period. So with that, like I said, I want to move forward. I like what I did last Tuesday as far as picking the affirmation cards. This Tuesday, I picked 2 cards instead of 1. And like I say, I randomly picked it. I didn't strategically pick the cards. I shuffled the cards, picked out 2. I was led by Spirit to pick 2. And so that's what I did. And so I'll go ahead and read them. So this first card is, wow, that's crazy, because this card for me resonates with what I was just speaking about. You know, earlier, about just being okay with yourself and protecting yourself and not having to explain shit to people about being okay with yourself. And so this card says, and I'll hold it up, I don't know if you can see it. And so this card says, I embrace my unique individuality.